Hey everyone, this is Verdilit here, and today I'm bringing you the final battle from the LBA. Now, I have battled, and I had the longest winning streak, and right now we're going against Nuclear Android or Pori Arcanines, as they have been destroying the Omega, not really destroying the Omega Division, but he has an insane record, even better than mine I think, for the Omega Division, and I managed to defeat everyone in the Alpha Division playoffs, and I managed to reach the finale, as Pori Arcanines managed to defeat everyone in the Omega Division and reach the finale. And right now, as you can see, we both have decent matchups. No one has the advantage over the other, but the fact that he drafted Chestnut and Shaman means that I cannot pull off a sweep with Gyarados. And yes, I know what you're thinking, Ice Fang. Ice Fang does not do a lot of damage to these two. So, and also as you can see, I don't have a special wall, which means that Greninja and Alakazam will be the most threatening. So I had to Assault Vest my Slowbro and make it fully offensive, and make my Clefable specially defensive with a little bit of EVs just to live a Flare Blitz from Charizard X. And my Clefable is just to set up walls, most likely because I don't have enough bulk. Like, I have a bulky poke, but not against his team. He can hit me pretty hard. So walls just to make me live any hit. So as you can see right now from the team preview, he's bringing the Milotic, which I only have one answer to. I didn't expect him to bring it, honestly, because I had Heliolisk and Thundurus, so I could have scared it out. But he brings it, and once Thundurus dies, this thing is going to wall me completely, so my job is not to make it die at all. And also Alakazam and Greninja, the two special attackers. Mianchao, which is most likely Scarf because he likes to Scarf it. Charizard X, and the Metagross with the Assault Vest. So, yeah, this is going to be insane battle. It was an insane battle. So Nuclear Android or Grill, actually last time we battled he managed to win a clean 2-0 in another league, so this is not an easy job for me because yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, so he leads off with Greninja. I expected that because he has no spinner, so usually I'd lead off with my, or I'm supposed to lead off with my Hippowdon and set up my rocks. But actually he leads off with, so Greninja is his best bet. So I lead off with my Clefable, set up the Reflect, because Metagross is probably coming. Right now I can go into my Hippowdon. He might think that I'm going for Cosmic Power, so he can't really switch out and risk the fact that I could Cosmic Power. So he goes for Meteor Mash and Yawner, which does not have Yawn by the way, this is just to bluff the Yawn. He goes for Meteor Mash. I don't think he falls for bluffs, he never falls for bluffs, I'm pretty sure of that. So he goes for Meteor Mash. And Meteor Mash doesn't do much because of the Reflect and insane defense. And I set up the rocks successfully, so Charizard is guaranteed to have half health right now, which is really, really important. And to break the possible Sash on Greninja, even though he Sashes Alakazam, and Alakazam can't be hurt by rocks because of its ability. So it goes into this thing, and like I said, Thundurus is completely useless, or I don't know if I said that, but Thundurus is useless against his team. So I decided to send it out right now because it's the only answer to this thing. And he goes for Scald. And he gets the burn, which isn't really that much of a problem because I am a special attacker, even though I have knockoff for Metagross to knock off the Assault Vest. So at this point, I'm pretty sure he's gonna switch out. He usually doesn't make unnecessary over predictions. Because right now, if I go for Thunderbolt, he can probably lose his Milotic or live by like smidgen of health. But he actually stays in, and I go for knockoff, and he goes for Ice Beam. And right now, there's no member on my team that can do around more than 50%, except for Scissor, and Scissor is slower. Exposing Scissor to Scald Burns is just crazy. So I'll go into my Roaring Meg, hopefully, since he's defensive, hopefully that Grass Knot can do more than half, and I can win this war, because he Toxic me right now, and he can just keep recovering until he wins. So I'm like, Grass Knot, come on, and this is not 50%, unfortunately. He can just recover it off until I die to the Toxic. So I have to switch out. The Toxic on my Slowbro isn't really the worst thing ever, because every time I switch out, I get Regenerator. So I go into my Dante the Scissor, and as he goes for Recover, I knew he was going for Recover because otherwise he's gonna die. So here, I'm going for U-turn, I'm praying to God that I don't get burned, because if I get burned, this is probably a good game. He goes for Scald, and he does not burn it, I'm like, thank God. So U-turn, and I managed to take him down to the same range, but right now I can go into my Staraptor, and Staraptor can't kill him from this range. So he's forced to switch out, but I can't risk it because after I risked it last time, I just lost my Pokemon. So he switches out, goes into his Metagross, and I go for U-turn, Sorry, I'm just taking a sip. Not U-turn, but Brave Bird. Like I said, I couldn't risk it. If I went for return, he lived and used recover. I'm not gonna send Scissor again because I'll be burned. So he goes for Pursuit right now. Yeah, here I misclicked and went into my Clefable accidentally. I wanted Slowbro, but luckily he went for Pursuit over Meteor Mash. So this was very good for me. I didn't expect the Pursuit, but it was better than him going for Meteor Mash. So I switch out, go into my Honor, because obviously I don't want to take a Meteor Mash to the face. And this does decent damage without the Reflect. Luckily I have Recover or Slack Off, but right now he's probably going into his Milotic, and I need to kill this thing because if it does not die on the switch, he's just gonna recover it off and just destroy my entire team. So I go for Earthquake, and I'm praying to God, please kill, and it falls short to kill. But remember that knockoff? If I didn't knock him off, he would have recovered leftovers first and then been damaged by the burn. So luckily for me, it dies to the Sandstorm. So he goes into his Greninja, and I switch out, go into my Clefable. Like I said, Clefable has special defense. I can't go into my Slowbro because he could have the Grass Knot or the Dark Pulse. He goes for Ice Beam, that's fine because I can take it and I can go for a Light Screen or Reflect. But I freeze, which completely made me cry because after I escaped my misclick by going to Clefable, I was like, thank God I didn't lose yet. But then I freeze and I'm like, holy shit, why? So he goes for Hidden Power Fire, predicting me to go into my Scissor. But luckily for me, his over-prediction costed him this, because I'm not going to preserve a frozen Pokemon. There's no guarantee that it will thaw out. So I just go for Reflect, because I predicted him to go into Charizard and start to set up. So I have my Reflect up with Light Clay, so 8 turns of Reflect to protect me from the physical attacker. And this is really good, because I'm pressuring the special attackers to come out and be destroyed by by my team. So I go into my Revenge. Since I know that he's not Scarfed anymore, I simply go for U-turn. Because I don't think U-turn would have killed, so this could have been a misplay, but the switch into Metagross was extremely obvious. And I can't go for double Brave Bird because he has Bullet Punch and I can't afford the damage. I need the Recall to kill the Greninja, the Alakazam, and the Charizard. So I switch out, go into my Roaring Meg because obviously he really can't touch me. I resist both Stab, Meteor Mash, and Zen Headbutt, plus I have the Reflect up, so Pursuit doesn't do anything. And I go for Scald. And luckily the Scald is enough to take him out, or actually he's such a low range, so there's no hope. So Scald takes him out, and then he goes into his Greninja. I could have possibly lived a hit from him, but at the same time could have killed since I'm Assault Fisted, so there was a 50-50 chance that I couldn't risk losing my Slowbro this early, especially that Hippowdon is at 50%, so Charizard could just brick both of them once he Dragon Dances. So I go into my Scissor, praying to God that he's gonna go for Ice Beam or Grass Knot, and luckily he goes for one of them. And right now, Bandit Bullet Punch is enough to take the Greninja out, and he does not have Shadow Sneak or Water Shuriken, nor will they help him since the Reflect is up. So I'll go for Bullet Punch, take it out, and then like I said, since the Reflect is up, he can't go into his Charizard X, because if he goes into his Charizard X, he's gonna be hurt by the rocks, and then he's gonna Dragon Dance, and I'm gonna go into my Hippowdon. So he goes into his Special Attacker again. Like I said, Scissor is really good for baiting those special attackers and destroying them. So Bullet Punch takes it down to his stash, confirming that it's not Choice Scarf. So I go into my Revenge, and I don't want to Brave Bird just yet because I didn't want the recoil. I wanted to save it for later, because if I kill this thing with Brave Bird and he goes into his Mianchow, he's gonna get a free knockoff off. I mean, free high jump kick off. So since it's Scarfed and it's faster, so just go for your turn, go back into my Honor, get the Sandstorm up, and then he goes into his Reflect goes, but it doesn't matter because I can just Slack Off. He goes into his Mianchow and goes for U-turn, because after this U-turn, Flare Blitz is a guaranteed kill from Charizard X, even without Dragon Dancing. So basically, he wants to scare me out. He wants to scare me out as he gets off a Dragon Dance or Sword Dance, but I'm not gonna allow this to happen. Luckily, since he put his Charizard X on the U-turn, yeah, and also I went for Slack Off because I knew Mianchow couldn't touch me. So luckily he put it on the U-turn, so the Sandstorm will hurt him. So right now it's guaranteed for him to die if he goes out. So he doesn't Mega Evolve, and he goes for Sword Dance, predicting me to go for Earthquake, but I go for Roar, and this Roar will take him out and just seal Charizard out of the way, and I was so happy when I sealed it out of the way. And now he goes into his Mianchow, and Mianchow goes for High Jump Kick, and the High Jump Kick is not enough to take Hippowdon down, even though it's so powerful with the Reckless Boost. I'll go for Earthquake, and this is enough to take the Mian Shadow, and right now, the championship is for me because Charizard cannot live the rocks. And this will be the end of it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to tune in for next season. It will start in January, but as of now, I am the champion. So yeah, I have nothing more to say, honestly. I should have been celebrating or something, but I'm extremely happy, especially that I won against Nuclear Android, which is a really good player, and also I defeated some extremely good players I am honored to battle against, like Freedomian and all the other guys. I can't remember any names. I'm just gonna say my last battle. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to tune in for next battle, most likely Auras battle, since right now I'm free. I don't have the LBA anymore. So yeah, see you later, guys.